Good evening, Star Pupils. I'm your host, friend, and life coach, Mrs.Divine Awakening. I know it's dark right now, but I could not wait to do this video, so I'm doing it on the fly as I'm driving home. But if I mention to you Will and Jada Pickett Smith, what is the first word that comes to your mind regarding them or a current situation that they were in? When I ask that question, most of you are going to say the word entanglement, right? So I'm going to get back to that in a moment. So this story I'm going to tell you because it's a disclaimer, but it shows you where I get a lot of my information from. A lot of my information comes from my intuition, just my inner self, okay? When I get information from my inner self, sometimes when I'm presenting to you all information, I will go ahead and do the research behind my intuitive hit that I got to bring you all facts other than my own intuition. However, sometimes there's just no facts for it. Sometimes it's not about searching for the facts. Sometimes it's about trusting your intuition and putting it out there for people to use their own discernment and to actually think about and contemplate the information that they received, even through someone else's pure intuition, because we are all connected to the divine, and the messages that we get are to be trusted. The messages that we get are truth. Okay, so here's what happened. I was driving and I was listening to something spiritual that I like to listen to on YouTube while I was driving, listening to a lecture, and I practice what is called controlling my own mind, basically, because I understand things like mind control and the way that media puts messages into your subconscious mind subliminally. Okay? So as I was driving, I was listening to this lecture and I heard the word entanglement. And immediately upon hearing that word, I have this feeling that I need to neutralize that thought. Okay, so one thing that I do to protect my subconscious mind is that I neutralize energies. If it's something that someone said or I see or that someone has done in front of me that I am not trying to manifest in my own world. For example, if someone says that a lot of people have gambling problems or something like that. If I hear something like that and I don't want to have a gambling problem, I will say I neutralize that energy. Okay, and then that's my way of letting my subconscious mind know that that is not what is to be manifested, that is something that should not be let in, basically. So I will neutralize energies when I hear things, to keep myself actively thinking about the words that are coming in and the information that is coming into my psyche. So when I heard the word entanglement during this lecture, I got that feeling that I needed to neutralize that thought, that this was something that was trying to attack my psyche. And so I neutralized the energy, and then I get to wondering why. Well, what about that word made my inner being feel like it was being under attack in some type of way? And as I'm thinking about this, I start looking down the street, and now, mind you, I'm going somewhere that I've been going for years now, very often, where I can basically do this trip while I'm sleeping, while my eyes are closed, and I'm walking backwards. I can do this trip like that. That's how well I know these routes. But I look around and I notice that nothing seems familiar anymore. I don't recognize where I'm at, and I'm on the same road, but something was different. Then I recognized that I had been thrown off my path. Okay, and now again, I say this is a route that I take where almost like I innately know it, because that's how familiar I am with it. So all of a sudden, I am thrown off my path, and I am pulled back to the word entanglement. And I realized at that moment, it comes to me. Now, here's my theory, guys. It's that word is used as a form of mind control for the masses. That word is used to do exactly what it means. Entanglement means to twist together up into a mass. All right? So that means that it is to tangle something up, to get them caught up. And it's my theory that what they're catching up, or what they're tangling up, is throwing us off of our spiritual path, or throwing us off the path that we innately know. Okay? And I think about where this word came from. This word came from Will and Jada Smith's situation that they were in with their marriage. Now, when this happened with them in their marriage, I was hearing from other people, did you hear about Will and Jada? And I responded every single time that I can care less about Will and Jada and what they have going on. And people kept saying, but no, they were in an entanglement. They just kept saying that. And I was not interested. So people would come and tell me the little bits that they were interested in, or why I should look into it because of this or because of that. But regardless, it did not interest me. However, I can tell you that the word that has been thrown around since all that has happened is the word entanglement. Now, rewind to a few days ago. I was watching the movie, what is it called? Suicide Squad. I was watching Suicide Squad. This is my first time ever watching it. And when I watch movies, I also practice protecting my subconscious mind for anything that is meant to attack it. Or anything that is trying to bypass my consciousness to go into it perfectly. So I practice watching TV and movies in a way that's really different from how other people watch movies. But I caught in there that Will Smith was wearing, and on his collar, it was a collar that had "I am the light." Those words were around his collar on the show, "I am the light." Now, if that goes into people's subconscious minds, like it did when watching a movie, because it's very small and people probably aren't paying attention to what is written on his collar, but that will go into someone's subconscious mind, and then he can literally become connected to someone's consciousness, the light within them, because he wore something that said, "I am the light." So with that in mind, a lot of these celebrities have become like leaders to a lot of the people in this society. They've become leaders where the things that they say and do matter a lot. They're like role models, and they get people, they have people's minds captivated in a way, because people look up to celebrities for some reason or another. Maybe because they have money, maybe because they like an outfit or that they wear, or that they like a movie that they are in, a character that they play. I don't know, but they've become celebrities. And they've become leaders to the masses. So if, when you're watching a movie, these things are being implanted for you to subconsciously follow these people, subconsciously like these people, subconsciously tie these people into your own spirituality, then the things that they say and do can capture your mind as well. So if you know anything about MK Ultra, anything about mind control at all, there are always people next to these people who are being controlled mentally. And so if you know about hypnotism, this is kind of the same way. If someone is hypnotized, the hypnotist can say, "When I say the word cake, you will bark like a dog." And then when the person is from under, they can be having a random conversation, and somebody will say the word cake, and suddenly this person is barking like a dog. Why? Because they were able to program them with one word and bypass their consciousness and went directly into their subconsciousness. So this is real stuff. That's what really happens. So me knowing that, my inner being felt from the word entanglement, when I heard it in a lecture, that is exactly what was happening to the masses when this whole publicity stunt happened with Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay? For some reason, we really like this couple, right? Whether it's because they're homeschool parents, or it's because we like their children, or we like their children's songs, or the Karate Kid, the movies they're in. We like them as a couple, whatever the case is, we like them, right? So they have a way of captivating us. So they were used to play us. Whatever happened in the relationship, whether it really happened or not, that word entanglement was our key word to place us under a mass mind control. So that word entanglement is being used and thrown around. And it's like a catchphrase. People are using it all over. And what it's doing to our subconscious mind, what it's doing to our inner being, is it's throwing us off of our spiritual path that we know innately, that we were born with. So even if you don't consider yourself to be spiritual, or you don't understand the types of things you do sometimes that are spiritual, because there are people who rebuke things left and right, or there are people who, who go out in nature every day or go on hikes, and they don't understand that what they're doing is spiritual. Okay, so despite what you know or how in tune you are with your own spirituality, your inner being, your soul, knows exactly what to do sometimes. And even if you're just outside in the sun, you're getting downloads, information from the sun. Things are being unlocked within you from the sun, whether you know it or not. And then we act upon them innately without us even thinking about it. But when certain key phrases are used, and I'm not just talking about Will and Jada saying entanglement, I'm talking about other things too, like a scene from a movie that everybody can recall, or a catchphrase from the movie, or a song you listen to, the lyrics of the song, the chorus, the hook, whatever it is. These things are being used as a form of mind control for us. But specifically, I'm talking right now about the word entanglement, because it's something that's hot right now, right? So when that word is being used, it is used right now to trap us up spiritually from doing what we came here to do, from unlocking the information that we were given, that we are maybe in tune with, may not be in tune with. But watch out for that, you guys. And if you hear that word entanglement, I suggest that I advise that you neutralize that energy when you hear it. So say it out loud. I neutralize that energy. Say it in your head. I neutralize that energy. Say it anytime you hear something like that, or just a catchphrase that's being thrown around, because these things can easily bypass the subconscious mind if you are not aware. And most of us aren't aware. We think it's cute. And I don't even know how that word entanglement blew up the way it did. It's not a new word. They didn't create that word. That word has been around the dictionary for a long time. Okay? And all of a sudden they use it. It's used to describe one situation, one event, and millions are talking about it. Okay? So that is mass mind control, you guys. So next time you hear that word entanglement, you know what to do. Next time you hear any of these so-called catchphrases that suddenly are trending, or these videos that are going viral, or these things that people are doing that are going viral, neutralize that energy, because you have no idea what it's doing to your subconscious a lot of times. All right, Star Peoples, thanks for listening. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Good night.